Okay, I'll solve problem in module 3. The question is here. See, I'll read the question first. A pre-tensioned T section, having a flange width of 1200 mm and thickness of the flange is 150 mm. With the width and depth of the rib, rib is nothing but web. Okay, the width and depth of the rib is 300 and 150 mm respectively. The area of the high tensile steel is 4700. Area of the high tensile steel is 4700 mm square. Located at an effective depth of 1600 mm. If the characteristics strength of the concrete and steel are 40 Newton per mm square and 1600 Newton per mm square, and calculate the flexure strength of the T section using IS code 1343. So here they asked to find the calculate the flexure strength of the T section. So the T section is nothing but in we have already read the procedure. There will be 4 cases. First case is bonded, unbonded, rectangle section, and bonded flanger section. Okay, this will be comes under second part. And they already mentioned that pre-tensioning T section having the flange width of something and all. So they are not mentioning bonded and unbonded. If not mentioning bonded or unbonding, you have to assume as bonded. If they mention unbonded, then only you have to refer unbonded. If not mentioning means you have to assume bonded section. So the given the flange width is 1200. See here, this is the T section. The flange width is the given 1200 mm and depth of the flange is 150 mm. See, this is 150 mm depth of the flange. This is 150 mm depth of the flange, and width and depth of the rib is 300 mm. See, this is width of the web. So web width is given 300 mm. Web width is 300 mm. Web is nothing but rib. Okay, they given the 300 mm width and depth is they given 150 mm. So, and they provided reinforcement high tensile steel HYSD bar at an effective depth of 1600 meter. See, the steel is provided here. The steel is provided here. The steel is provided here at a depth of 1600 meter from the top. But if so, small d is equal to 1600 meter. So small d is equal to 1600 meter. So b is equal to 1200. Depth of the flange is 150 mm they given. So this is effective depth. Effective depth is 1600 is already given here, and width of the web is 300 mm, and FCK of the concrete is 40 mm. See here, this is 40. So you already know if it is 30, 25, 40, 45. This is the characteristic strength of the concrete. The concrete values lies between 30, 35, 40 like that. This is FCK of the concrete, and this is FV of the characteristic strength of the steel. So 1600 Newton per mm square is this is characteristics strength of the steel. In exam you have to remember these basic things, and they given the AP area of the steel tandem. So area of the steel tandem is 4700 mm square, means this is area of the steel. So area of the steel they given 4700. This steel is provided here. This see, the steel is provided here. You can see here. The steel is provided here. The area of the steel is 4700 mm square. So what is the first step? The first step is you have to write. So I'll write. I'm not explaining much here in my notes. You have to write in exam. The effective reinforcement ratio is equal to AP FP divided by BD into FCK. So what is the area of the total area of the steel? Tandem wire they given 4700, and FP characteristic strength of the steel 1600 divided by 1200 into 1600 into 40. So I got the effective reinforcement ratio is 0.0979. This is the ratio I got from the above expression, this expression. So the second is you have to refer the table number 11 IS code book. So if I refer the table number 11, so the value is lies there 0.1 value and 0.05 value. So the my value is lies between 0.1 to 0.05. So there is no variation here. See, the value is greater value is 0.1 and lower value is 0.05. the value from the table will get 1 and 1. So no need to interpolation, you have to direct write, or else I'll show the IS code book, the table number 11. See here, the table number 11 is here. See, table number 11, my value is in between these two values. See, my value is less between 0.05 and 0.1. So here pre-tensioning, there is no variation here up to 0.3. There is no value change here. Only 1 is there for pre-tensioning. So no need to interpolation. You have to take FPU divided by 0.87 FP. This unknown value. This unknown value is taken as a 1 for here. And XU by D, see, XU by D, the value is varying here. See, if you want to calculate XU by D, you have to take 0.109 and 0.217 for the pre-tensioning. In question, if they mention post-tensioning, you have to take this. So what are the unknown values you have to calculate? I calculate from here is these two unknown values. Okay, these two unknown values I calculated, and these two unknown values from the table number. So from this table number, I got this unknown value. See here. See, FPU divided by 0.87 into F5, the unknown value is 1, interpolation value is 1. So cross multiply. If you cross multiply and substitute all the values, will calculate FPU. So FPU is equal to 1392 Newton per mm square. So again you have to calculate XU by D. Already I explained. XU by D, I got the value is here. See, unknown value is from the table number. See here, XU by D. So XU by D I already explained. 0.05 value is 0.109 and 0.217 from the 0.1 and 0.05. So the unknown value you have to calculate from the y value. You have to calculate y. So how to calculate y value? So first you have to draw the diagram like this. Whatever the value is interpolated between here 0.097. So greater value is 0.1, lower value is 0.05. So from the interpolation from the table number 11 IS code book 1343, XU by D, the interpolation from the XU by D value we found 0.05 is 0.109 and 0.1 value is greater than this value. So it will be showing upper direction. It's a slight upper from this value 0.217. Okay, so how to calculate this unknown value y is, see, upper value from 0.1. So what is the value of 0.1 is here. So 0.217 minus 0.109 divided by whatever the corresponding this value 0.1 minus 0.05. This is equal to the unknown value is here. See, unknown value is y. So y divided by corresponding value of y is here 0.0979 minus lower value. What it minus lower value? Y minus 0.0979 minus 0.05. So cross multiply, will get y value is 0.103. So I want the overall value. I calculate y value, but I want the overall value is this. I want to calculate overall value. So what is the value of from here? See, XU by D is equal to, so XU by D value is from here to here. So you already calculate y. So you have to calculate this value. So this value is already 0.109. So this value is 0.109 plus y value. But it, so y value you already calculated. Y value is 0.103. See, y value is 0.103 plus this value, whatever this section, rectangle section. Throughout this rectangle section, the value is 0.109. So the 0.109 value is from here to here. So 0.109 value plus this y value will get the XU by D from the section. XU by D from the section like this. But it, so then you have to compare this XU value. So XU value I got 339 something. So 339 is greater than BF. You have to check depth of the flange. See, depth of the flange is 150. Yes, depth of the flange is 150. That's why XU is greater than BF. Then again you have to calculate APF and APW value. The formula is again here 0.45 FCK breadth minus BW into DF divided by FP. So substitute the values 0.45 into 40 into 1200 minus 300 into 150 depth of the flange minus divided by FP. So I got 1518.75 and APW. So overall area of the steel is 4700. So 4700 minus the calculated value of APF flange area of the steel. So I'll get the APW. So again I got the two new values. Again you have to go with the same procedure. Effective reinforcement ratio I got 0.265. Again you have to go to the table number 11. Again you have to compare. Again it will be lies between 1. Again you have to calculate LPU. After that again you have to calculate XU by D. So XU by D already you know what the value is lies between 0.265 now. So what is the value of previous 0.2, 0.25 and 0.3? You have to get the two values. Again you have to calculate the unknown value of Y. Yes, the same procedure is what I explained above. You have to draw the same diagram in exam and you have to calculate XU. And after this, the moment of resistance of the flanger section formula is M. M is equal to APU APW into D minus 0.42 into XU plus 0.45 into FCK into B minus BW into DF into D minus DF divided by 2. So in exam you have to remember this formula and you have to substitute all the values and you have to calculate the moment of resistance. It will be asked in exam for 10 marks or 8 marks. These are the sample question I solved. So this is flanger section. Remember, this is flanger section. You have to remember for case 2. If not mention unbonded, then you have to treat as bonded section. So this is one type problem. I'll solve the unbonded here. Second, I'll skip problem number 2. This is similar. No need to explain. I'll go to the problem number 3. A post tensioned beam. So they mentioned post tensioning. Okay, in table number 11 and table number 12 already there will be two part is there, post tensioning and pre tensioning. So you have to see post tensioning here. Okay, post tensioning beam with unbonded tandem. So you have to go with unbonded tandems and rectangular section 400 mm wide. This is 400 mm wide and effective depth is 800 mm. The cross section of pre-tensioning steel is 2840 mm square. The effective pre-stress in a steel after all loss is 900 Newton per mm square. The effective span of the beam is 60 meter. FCK of the concrete is given. Estimate the ultimate moment of resistance of the concrete section. So breadth of the concrete is given. See, this is breadth. So breadth is equal to 400 mm and overall depth is effective depth is they given 800 mm. This is depth. Depth is equal to 800 mm. So they given the area of the steel. So area of the steel, how much they given? 2840 mm square. This is area of the steel, and they given overall loss. This is FPE. What it? FPE is nothing but overall loss. For the unbonded section, they will be given the overall loss, or you have to calculate the overall loss. So FPE is equal to overall loss is equal to 900 Newton per mm square. So they given the length of the beam 60 meter, convert into mm, 16,000 mm. FCK of the concrete is given. So for the unbonded section, first you have to calculate the L by D. So already I shown in a table for the unbonded section 30, 20, 10 is the L by D ratio. So the L by D ratio is normally is a whole number, like you'll get 20 or you'll get 30 or you'll get to 40 like that. So remaining procedure will be same. So what is the first step? The first step is to find the effective reinforcement. To find the effective reinforcement, AP into FPE overall loss divided by BD into FCK. So AP value is 2840 into 900 divided by 400 into 80 into 40. So I'll calculate, after calculating this value, I got 0.2 nearby value. So I got the 0.2 value. This is effective reinforcement formula. So for the unbonded, you have to refer table number 12. For the unbonded section, you have to refer table number 12, IS code book 1343 1980. So first step is FPU divided by FPE is equal to 1.16. So how to get this 1.16? See, the effective reinforcement ratio is 0.2. So I'll go to the table number 12, unbonded post tensioning member. See, this is table number 12. So I got the value is, so it is 0.2 here. So AP divided by BD FCK, the value is 0.2. 0.2 is here. So L by D ratio is how much? L by D ratio is, I guess, 20. So L by D ratio is 20. So what is the value then? 1.16. What it? 1.16. This is for FPU divided by FP. Again, XU by D ratio again 20. The value is 0.58. So how to get 1.16? You got it. This is 1.16. 1.16, 0.2. If it is more than 0.2, this is maximum value. You have to neglect. If I am getting 0.25, neglect, and I have to assume 0.2 only. So how to get FPU divided by FP value is 1.16. You got it now, right? I hope you understood. Problem number 3. Okay. Here, see, this value is 1.16. How to get 1.16? I will already shown in a table. Then cross multiply, you will get FPU is equal to 1044 Newton per mm square. And how to get XU by D value 0.58 already shown in a table number 12. 0.58 cross multiply. So already you know for the rectangle section only one formula is there, that moment resistance formula. The moment resistance formula is equal to FPU into AP into D minus 0.42 into XU. So 1044 into 2840 into 800 minus 0.42 into 464. So if you substitute the values, you get the moment of resistance. This is second type of problem. So in exam they'll ask the same type of problem. Have to remember how to solve this and all. Okay. I'll solve the last one sample problem. I solve one complicated problem. Last one problem. This is it include all. Okay. Okay. This include all. I'll solve this 13 problem. So you have to solve previous problem and all. I solved only 2 sample problem. The procedure will be remaining same. I'll solve one complicated problem. Last one is I section. Okay. If you solve this problem, then you it understood that you already. If you understood this problem, then you can easily solve the remaining 12 problems. Okay. See here, an unsymmetrical I section. An unsymmetrical I section has an overall depth of 200 mm. The top flange width and depth is equal to 1200 mm and 300 mm respectively. The bottom of the flange width and depth is equal to 750 mm and 200 mm respectively. The thickness of the web is 300 mm. The tendon having a cross section is area is 700 mm square located at 200 mm from the soffit. If the ultimate compressive strength of the concrete and tensile strength of the concrete is 42 and 1750 Newton per mm square respectively, the tendons are effectively bonded. So bonded, this is bonded, and estimate the flexure strength of this section. So this is the I section. So I section, they given the top thickness and where depth of the flange and all. So 2000 meter and depth of the flange is 300 mm, and bottom flange is 750 mm width and 200 mm depth. So overall depth is the given 2000 meter. Overall depth is 2000 meter, but the concrete is lies at a distance 200 meter from the soffit. So what is the small value? How to calculate small value? First you have to read the problem. So see here, the tandem having a cross section area of 700 mm square are located 200 mm from the soffit. Soffit means base. See here, this 200 mm from the soffit. So this is your base. So this is your base. So this tandem is provided at a distance of 200 mm. So tandem is provided at a distance of 200 mm from the soffit. So then how to calculate d value, small d? So small d is equal to overall depth 2000 minus 200. This is 200. So this is your effective depth. How to calculate effective depth in exam? Got it? This is little they twisted in a question. That's it. Remaining will be same. So small d is equal to 2000 minus 200 will get effective depth. FCK of the concrete they given 42 and FP is equal to 1750. So the first step is you have to calculate effective reinforcement ratio. So what is the effective reinforcement ratio? AP into FP divided by BD into FCK. So 7,000 they given area of the steel into 1,750 divided by 1,200 into 1,800. This is effective depth and this is top length into FCK of the concrete is 42. So I'll get the effective reinforcement like this. So after this is bonded section. Unsymmetrical bonded and you have to refer table number 11. So whatever the unknown values you calculate, this is lies between 0.15 and 0.1. So no need to interpolation because the effective reinforcement ratio is 0.135. It is in between 0.15. So you have to take interpolation by default 1. Then cross multiply, you get the FPU is equal to 1,522.5 Newton per mm square. So after this table number 11, to calculate the unknown value of XU by D. So this is XU by D from the table number same. So from the table number 11, 0.1 it will be 0.217 and 0.15 the value is like between 0.326. If you want, I'll show again that see 326. Remember 326 and 217 from the effective reinforcement. Show see here table number 11. Table number 11 0.15 and 0.25 0.1 and 0.25. So what is the pre-tensioning and post-tensioning value lies? See 0.15 is here and 0.21 is there. See the values lies between 217 and 326. 217 and 326. Got it? How to calculate these unknown values? See 217 and 326 here. The value is here. From the 0.1 the value is 217 and 0.15 the value is 326, and again you have to calculate the interpolation. How to do the interpolation? Again I show here. See the maximum value, upper value 0.326 minus 0.217 divided by 0.15 minus 0.1 is equal to unknown value. You have to calculate y here. So unknown value is y. So y divided by 0. This unknown value I am not written here. The unknown value you have to calculate 0.135 minus lower value 0.1. So cross multiply, you get the y values, and y value should be added with this rectangular section 0.216. So 0.216 plus this y value will get the unknown value of 0.135. So XU by D ratio I got 0.2923 and cross multiply you get this. So then you have to calculate XU value is greater than DF or lesser than DF. So depth of the flange is here. Already I shown depth of the flange is 300 mm. So 300 mm is greater than XU value. Then again you have to calculate APF and APW. Just substitute the values, you will get two values, APW and APF. Again the same procedure. Again you have to calculate the effective reinforcement. Again you have to refer the table number 11. Table number 11. This value changes. The previous value is 0. See, if you want, I'll show the previous effective reinforcement ratio. So 135. So again the value changes to 0.3151 because the new effective reinforcement ratio in the same problem. Again you have to refer table number 11. Again you have to calculate these two unknown values and you have to substitute the moment formula. What is the moment formula? Moment is equal to these two formula you have to remember in exam and you have to solve. APW into FPU into D minus 0.42 XU plus 0.45 into FCK into B minus BW into DF into D minus capital DF divided by 2, and substitute all the values, you will get the total moment of resistance. The same type of problem, if you know this, then you can solve any type of problem. All this problem will be the same, but instead of giving this D value, they will be just twist the problem. They will not give the small d value, they will give the overall depth. Have to calculate small d like that. Okay, I hope you understood this problem.